Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. So, today is more Viggen stuff. The Viggens are infinitely complicated it seems, and we've got yet more stuff to do. Today is short range anti-ship. So we've done long range anti-ship, that is the RB-05, I think.
Correct.
And today we've got to do, to finish off the Viggen series, we've got to do the RB-04. Is that what we're doing today?
It is indeed.
Right, so stand by as I A, start my jet in record time, B, arm up. So we're going to go tick, 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 tick. Yes. Cap rocks. Okay, now I've got to arm up. So, guys, what am I arming up with? A tank? A fuel tank?
So, fuel tank, 2 RB-04s, and then put sidewinders on the other pylons to simulate a realistic loadout.
Stand by.
You can just pull RB-04s from the drop-down menu. It'll set you up.
I don't get it, guys. I don't get the option in this. Missiles, rockets, pods?
Missiles.
Oh, RB-04E, is that?
That's the one. Make sure you don't pick the AI variant.
Understood. Do I want 4 of them?
You can only carry 2, and then on the rest of the pylons you just want sidewinders. So RB-74s and 24Js.
Now we're going to have to go through all the computer crap, but we'll go through that on the runway. Right, that is my realistic loadout. On, please. Right, one thing I can do is my interior lights. Zoom, zoom. We are lit. Right, won't put my cartridge in yet. Everything's firing up. Right, is my RPM up? Yes, I can drive. The HUD is not on. I've got to turn the HUD on. To turn the HUD on, I'm going to go jung, jung, jung. Turn it on nav. That, sir, is one started up Viggen. Right. What runway are you guys on?
24.
Coming.
When do you want to do the weapons setup? Should we line up on the runway and do it then?
Run up on the runway and then we'll do the weapons and the computer
Roger.
stuff. These look like RB-15s, guys. Are you sure these are not RB-15s?
I mean, I don't know. If you selected RB-15s, you probably get RB-15s.
No, I've got the same as you. Maybe I'm
But they're definitely 04s.
Okay. Right, Cap is on the runway. Right, next part of the video is we need to set these weapons and our systems up. So first things first, shall I suggest cassette in the slot. Stand by. Next, once the computer's loaded up, I'm going to go to Ref Lola and I'm going to go 9 0. No, it's not working. Why is it not? In. I'm going to go 9 0 9 9. I'm going to go Lima Sierra. Give it a second. It's accepted. I'm going to leave it in ref loader because we're probably going to need that. Waiting for instructions.
Right, so we will we'll go through there's only so many things you have to check for all the weapon systems, so we'll just go through them one by one. So starting with the weapon selector. That needs to be set to attack.
Stand by. 2.
Right, and then come across to the weapon. Oh, hang on, my frames are frozen, and we're back. So the weapon interval selector. Do you think that a radar-guided missile is going to need interval selectors? Good, so we can ignore that. Okay, we've got these the 2 switches to the right of there. The one on the left, the top is Siri, and the bottom option is impulse. So what do you think those mean?
Series. Actually, I don't know.
Right, so Siri is series, so you're going to be launching multiples. An impulse is just a single impulse, he's launching 1. So we've got 2 missiles, which one do you think we need?
I'm guessing we're going to fire them one by one. I really don't know how we're going to do it.
We were going to fire them in pairs,
That's
but
fine.
you can fire one by one. But
Series
we'll go for Siri, so
Roger.
up. And the next one, so we have the top option is group, and the bottom option, if I can just read it, is enkel. So it's obviously in Swedish, so not particularly helpful, but group is group. So we are hitting a group of ships, so that'll tell the radar there's not a single object, there's loads of them.
Understood.
So put that to group.
So what does that actually mean, though? What does it tell the missiles? Go for anything, or?
What that means is, if you put it in group, it's looking for a World War II style convoy, and it'll ignore the first ships in the row because they're normally escort vehicles, and you want to sink the cargo. If you put it in single, the missiles will look for a completely single target anywhere in a shipping group.
Right, understood. Continue.
Okay, so now we need to come down to our navigation system. So do you think a guided missile is going to need some nav information?
I reckon it would need some nav information.
Indeed, yeah, so it basically, I think the RB-15s have their own inertial guidance system, but the 04s, they literally just have a radar in front, but you need to first give them a direction to point in. So, the way this works is you simply put a waypoint, a normal waypoint over the top of the target, and then set it to a target waypoint. So can you remember how to do that?
Yes, but which waypoint is it? Do we know which one it is?
It is on waypoint 1.
Well, that's B1. So, we are going to stand by.
All you need to do is switch your big dial around to TAC.
Yeah, I knew it. Right, tact, and then I'm going to click Bravo 1. You ready?
No, in. Click in.
Oh, sorry.
In.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm already in because I was inputting stuff. Then Bravo 1, yeah?
Click 9.
And you need 9 first.
Oh, sorry. Roger.
And then you
Bravo
confirm
1.
with Bravo 1 and make sure you reset to act pause and out to prevent you from deleting everything.
Was an out. So I've set waypoint 1 to a mic, to a...
Yep.
battle
So
rate.
just to check that, assuming you're in act pause out, press the B1, and you should on your navigation indicator have
mic
M1.
Roger. Beautiful.
Okay, just press LSSKU because we're on the runway, and it'll reset to mic 1 at the appropriate time.
Roger.
So the final thing you need to check, in fact there's two things. There's the you need to check the altimeter, but there's no out.
It'll be sea
It's
level.
not like we're doing bombing or anything.
It'll be, sea
So
level.
yeah, and because they're radar guided missiles, they can work out where the sea level is. So we don't need that for this particular weapon.
Roger.
And then finally we have the master mode. So there's two modes. There's nav and ANF.
Roger. ANF is radar on.
No, ANF isn't radar on. The display will come on, but that doesn't mean the radar's
Roger.
on.
Understood.
So nav is what we're going to be doing to fly to the target, but when we're about to fire, we're going to flick to ANF, which is essentially attack mode, and that will give you targeting information on your radar display, and it'll tell you when you're in range and ready to fire.
Do we want to turn our radar on now?
Nope, we will turn it on in flight. If you've got
Yep.
the radar switch.
Roger, I remember it.
Good stuff. Right.
One thing to
so
note is you might have to move the waypoint slightly using T1 and TV to
Roger.
put it over the target.
Okay, I've got that.
yeah, you've done that a few
Because
times
the
before.
ships are moving.
So.
You have to do that in nav.
Right, okay. Other than that, are we ready to go?
Almost. I'll just quickly do a takeoff brief. So we're going to be doing a stage 2 afterburner takeoff. Go stage 3 if you need to catch up. Stage 1 if you need to drop behind. We're going to then take off and climb to 300 meters. Once we're at 300 meters, we'll make a right turn onto waypoint 1. And when I command it, you will go noses hot to turn the radar on, and we'll attempt to identify the ships. Once they're identified, we will put the waypoint over the top of the ships and continue to fly towards them. When we are 20 kilometers from being in range, we'll switch to ANF, and then when we're in range, we will fire and do a 180 degree turn and come back home.
2.
Good. Brakes set. Throttle up. Ready. Go. Gear up. Rotate. Right, make sure you set your radar to be looking at 120 kilometers and report when you can see the ships.
Okay, scanning on 120 and looking for ships. So they're just going to show us black dots, if I remember right.
Yeah, they should appear as black dots inside the circle on your display.
Roger.
But we won't see them just yet because they're basically over the horizon, so the radar can't see them.
Okay, Trash 2 has finally got its trim sorted.
Trash moving in.
Something about this speed just makes formation flying really hard. I don't know what it is.
Lead radar
We're nearly
contact on
from Janet
ships.
Opera.
Range 100 kilometers.
2.
3. Correction, 4.
We're nearly transonic, so it's a bit unstable in this air.
Roger on 2.
Okay, correct your waypoints. It's like the ships are slightly off to the right. Making a slight right adjustment now.
My waypoint's bang on, bud. It's in the circle.
Yeah, mine too.
If that's the case, then it's fine.
Out of interest, remind me how I would move it.
You press T1 to unlock it, and then slew it around with the slew stick, and then TV to confirm.
I'm just going to have a play with that now.
It's probably in the circle.
Tally,
but,
yeah, it's okay. I've got it working. Okay, I've moved it to be pixel perfect. That was how we added waypoints 7 and 8. I think it was for the long range
it's the
ones.
same technique.
Roger. My waypoint counter is now on mic 1.
Good.
How do we tell the distance from the radar? What line? That line that it's on, is that 120 clicks?
Well, look at your navigation display. It tells you how far it is to the waypoint, and you know the waypoint's on the ship, so...
Roger, noted. We've got 6.5 Swedish miles. 65 kilometers. And what range do we fire these missiles at?
I can't remember now. I think they're about 20 kilometers. It's very close.
Roger.
30,
You will see the ships.
32 max, depending when you launch them.
Understood.
Four ships at 60 miles moving out, combat spread.
Combat spread. 2.
Right, everybody go combat spread and hold bearing 267.
2.
3.
4.
Everybody switch to mode ANF.
2.
Right, look on your display now, Cap.
Downward lines.
You probably want to reduce it to 60 kilometers since we're a bit closer to the ships. But you should see 2 lines in front of you.
Roger.
They are the minimum and maximum firing ranges. So as long as the ships are between them, you're okay. But what's going to happen is on your HUD, you will get a timing line. Do you know the 3 vertical lines and the 1 horizontal that shrinks down? Once the horizontal line is below the 2 verticals, then we're clear to fire. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask, once my line has gone down beneath them, I'm going to check that everybody's else is the same, and I want a quick 2, 3, 4, and then I will give the command to fire. Does everyone understand?
2.
3.
4.
So an altitude limit to dropping these missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 400 meters, and probably about 50 at the lower end.
Probably.
Flight trigger unsafe.
2. And I'm getting some beeping as well.
Flight check ready to fire. Flight check ready to fire. Fire.
4.
Out.
Oh yeah, we're in within the bounds.
Yeah, Gibby. Check, ready to fire.
2.
3.
Full flight, launch. Hold the stick down.
3.
I don't know if mine's launched, but if mine launched, I'm on your right.
Turning,
Just turn.
turning. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if it hasn't launched, you got to get out of
Yeah,
there.
I've launched. I just didn't feel it. Cap.
We're being locked up.
Woo!
Keep turning left onto bearing 090.
Before I forget, is there any way to know that it launched? Because I didn't have any obvious signal.
Yeah, you can see him.
Yeah, the aircraft will lurch left and right.
Okay. I'm stage 3 to learn safety on or near you. Right, I'll try and view the missiles now. Missiles going in, guys. In they go. It's beautiful. Scratch 1. Scratch 2. Scratch 3. No, Scratch 3 missed. Well done. Right, I need to come and find you guys now.
And we should, in theory, be in a nice line.
I had to do filming, so it's okay, I found you.
Oh, this could be a good opportunity to show off the TILS system. It's the automated landing system.
Automated?
What is that?
That doesn't sound
well,
very
it
Reaperish.
it guides you in.
Okay.
So it's the all-weather landing system, I suppose, is the.
Lead, you still have bags on?
Roger, bags away.
2 in formation, echelon right.
Visual. Right, lead is setting 80% now. Right, Cap, this is a good chance to go through the TILS system. So, first of all, you need to set the airfield as your landing waypoint. So what you need to do is go ref loader and in.
Stand by.
You can, feel free to just do back off.
Cap backing off
a little bit.
formation. Ref loader in.
Right, and the code for Sochi is 9007.
9. Where would that come from? Kneeboard? 0.
Yeah, it's in the kneeboard,
7.
but it's 9007.
Okay.
And confirm with El Mal.
Mel.
Okay, once that's pressed, then go back to act, pause, and out.
Roger that. Done.
And press El Mal, and you should get L1 appear on your screen. If it says L2, then click El Mal once more.
Lima 1, roger. So what we've told that is a particular airport we want to go to. And so that's got a glide scope and stuff for us, or navigation.
Yes, so now what we're going to do is, can you see below the El Mal, there's a little turn dial with TILS written next to it. Switch that to 7.
What's that?
So this tells the computer which, there's basically a guy on the ground with a little transmitter.
Yeah.
And it's setting it to code 7. It's the same code as the one you find on the kneeboard. So if it's 9007, it's 7 on TIL switch.
Roger.
And finally, on the master mode, you want to set that to land nav.
Land nav.
And you should also get your radar screen comes on, and it'll show you the circle is where the airfield is, and the line is where the airfield.
Do we need
the runway
do we need nose hot?
Negative. No, it just the nose will improve the. In fact, no, we're on the TILS, so it's fine.
So how's it doing
Okay,
this
so
then?
now there's basically the guy on the ground of a transmitter.
Roger.
Okay, and now we're going to go right roll. Switch back to the old system.
Oh yeah.
Consistency. Right, so you can see on your HUD there is the usual waypoints and wings level now. Left roll now. So what we're going to do is simply follow that waypoint on the HUD. And you'll notice that we keep trying to track it, but it keeps getting away from us.
Okay.
And that's because it's taking us on a nice sort of gentle turn, which will bring us perfectly onto the runway.
Roger that.
So there's also some other information it's telling you. Can you see the flight path indicator? The circle.
Yes.
Can you see the vertical line is not on the circle, it's above it.
Correct.
That's it's telling you you're going too quickly.
Oh.
So when you're going at the correct speed, that line will be sat perfectly on top of the circle. If it's inside the circle, you're going too slowly. So
Right.
I'm going to go 75% throttle now.
So we're trying to get that to sit on top of the circle.
Hey firm, it should sit on it at about 500 kilometers an hour. Which is what it classifies as the approach speed. You should now get a timing line appear, and that's telling you how long till you arrive at the airfield.
Yeah.
Have you turned your big nav switch to the right?
Yeah, it's on land nav.
Yep.
Because I've got a lollipop on my radar display.
Yep. Lollipop.
Right, so the speed's coming down now. So I'm just going to increase the throttle just a smidge. I'm not going to call out all the throttle settings, but it should be fairly light. So just keep an eye on my speed.
This is a straight-in approach, it does, yeah?
Yeah, one thing to watch out for is the transmitter is not on the runway, for obvious reasons. It is actually slightly off to one side. So you'll notice shortly before we land, it'll disappear off to the left. So all you have to do is remember, you should be visual with the runway by that point, if it's, you know, near zero visibility.
So we could use this in bad weather missions then?
Yep.
How interesting.
And it also tells you, you know, on the usual waypoint system, it tells you what altitude you're at, whether you're too high or too low.
Yeah.
Okay, and now go gear down.
2.
Leads throttling back. Kill the speed.
2's overshot. Bailed
Use
out to
the air
right.
brake if you need to.
Have done. Bailed out to the right just for safety.
So the it should be disappearing off to the left a bit now.
Yeah.
So lead's going to take left hand side of the runway. Reverse is on.
Cap right. Side.
Static.
Rush right.
Cap's high. You guys are aware of where I am?
Full.
Leads down on the runway. And stopped.
Lead cannot use reversers.
Yeah, he can. Cap running
Not
long.
if this,
2 running long.
not if the spacing is correct.
Well done for getting down, guys.
Yeah, you can see the TILS system is pretty good.
Yeah, we'll do a hardcore weather mission at some point where we use that. Okay, that is the end of this tutorial. That was using the RB-04 close range missiles, which is pretty awesome. And that was also using the TILS bad weather landing system. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you later.